and welcome to the Family Tech Talk podcast,
where we offer tech tips,
give parenting advice,
and discuss the latest tech news
that can help you manage the technology in your home.
We are your hosts. I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah. You can learn more about us on our website, familytechzone.com.
Thank you for joining us for this week's episode.
Today we are talking about
pregnancy
tech.
Woo!
I know, it's so much fun. We're not doing baby tech.
Not yet.
Until the little baby comes.
Until we have a baby.
Yeah.
To have technology for.
Right, because then she can test it out and tell us. Because I haven't had a baby for 10 years.
So we don't have a good resource right now.
Technology has changed a little bit.
Just a tiny.
In the last 10 years.
It's fine.
Just fine. Bit. I know they even those toddlers have those squeezable food.
Yeah, totes on my registry.
That wasn't a thing when my kids were babies.
You're like, I had
to stick a spoon in their mouth.
I went. When I was building a registry, I specifically at one point was like, where are they?
Right.
What are they called? I need that. Because you're just like, here, eat a strawberry.
Go. Right. So amazing. So we'll get into that in October, November.
Around that time.
When the little girl is
little baby
born. So that will be fun. But so today she is pregnant.
I am. I can experience that.
So she can talk about and like I said, I haven't had a baby for 10 years. I'm not going to have a whole lot to say about this subject.
I got it. We're good.
It's cool. But as always,
starting.
in season 2, we start with tech news.
Yes. So,
have you seen anything?
I have 2 fun ones.
Okay.
The first fun one's mostly for me.
Okay.
So for Pixel devices, which is the Google phone.
Pixel, Garmin.
Yeah, we're twins.
We're kind of friends.
You can now beta test Android Q, which is we're on LMNOP Pi. And so Android Q is the next one. So if any Pixel users are so interested, you can go sign up for the Android beta program and you can get Android Q. I debated it, not gonna lie. And I'm fine normally with beta programs, but I feel like for the whole phone, the whole beta program, just a little iffy on that one.
I need my phone a little too much
I need it to
play with that.
Yeah, to be stable, because I think I'm on Instagram's beta, and
I'm on a ton of different betas.
But the phone itself, but if you're okay with that,
I'm with you on that. I think I would hold off on that as well.
Yeah.
I am curious to know what they're going to call Q,
and they haven't. What dessert starts with?
Nothing.
Q.
Nothing.
Queso, but that's
well, and some people have said Quick, like Nestle Quick.
That one.
They have done branded before with Oreo.
Yep.
So there could be that.
Quick. That one. Okay.
There's, I know it's a little kind of roundabout, but it's fine. And then quiche, but quiche is really kind of savory.
Yeah, you don't get sweet quiche. Same with queso was the only one I could think of.
Yeah,
but again,
also
it's
savory.
Cheese. It's savory cheese.
Right.
So
it'll be interesting. Or maybe they just skip Q.
I know, they're just just kidding. We couldn't think of anything. So we're not going to do it.
I think Quick would be the best bet.
It probably is. Especially like you said with Oreo and everything.
Yeah, it's chocolate milk.
Crazy. Everyone knows what Quick is.
Yeah. Well, at least.
I mean, we older people know what Quick is.
I know what Quick is, but they could be specific about strawberry Quick.
Or do the variety.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Words.
Right. Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
I have so Prime Day is coming on the 15th. Well, and so this will air on the 15th. So Prime Day is today.
Woo! Prime Day!
So this weekend, so yesterday, I will have posted some of my picks for Prime Day.
Yes.
So hop on Amazon, get yourself some deals.
One of the best things about Prime Day is everyone else is also doing deal days. So Target has their deals days coming.
It's like Black Friday.
It is a fun little
preview.
Yes, to see what's on sale. So,
yeah.
But I am excited for Prime Day. Prime Day is super fun for me.
Yeah.
I like shopping. Weird.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Anything
else?
I have one more. Nintendo Lights, or the Switch Lights was shown and so it's the Nintendo Switch, but you can't connect it to the TV and you can't take off the Joy-Cons. So it's as if it's just the main thing.
Interesting.
Which it's $100 cheaper than the actual Switch.
Yeah.
And if you just need, like for us, we have a Switch.
Right.
And we've debated getting the Lite for me so that I can play along if I need, and especially with the baby coming. I can take it up there, turn it down, or wear headphones and play games.
Yeah, well,
and
that's
stuff
good
like
for multiple family, because there's a few games. I think Splatoon was one of them. There was one game that my daughter was super excited to play with her brother.
Yeah.
But we found out after we bought it that he would also have to have a Switch with the game.
This is a soapbox I have, and so I'm letting you finish.
So, yeah, and so she was super bummed because she saved her money. She bought an extra controller
For him
to play with her, and then we discovered that they couldn't play it together on the same Switch. And so that would be a really good option for people with multiple kids who don't want to spend
a whole
on a whole nother Switch.
And we honestly we're thinking about it mostly for Pokemon, because same thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like you can't trade unless you have a total new device.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my soapbox.
Real
fast. I get so frustrated that local co-op, like multiplayer, is not a thing anymore. Like couch, split screen, multiplayer.
Sure.
No games do it.
Right.
And I just get so frustrated about it. Yeah. Every time they release a game and they talk about co-op, it's always online.
Right.
You can never do split screen or local. And I hate it.
Yeah. So, fun fact, when I lived in California, the IT company I used to work for, we had 2 TVs, 2 Xboxes, and we would play Halo. But Capture the Flag Halo.
Yes, we love Capture the Flag.
So 4 on this screen, 4 on that screen. So we'd be on teams.
And you could play together.
And we played together, but this team was all on this, TV. And this
team
can't
do that anymore.
Yeah, that's
do it.
sad.
I get so frustrated every time.
That was so much fun.
I'm trying to remember the latest game that came out. It was a big one. Everyone's so excited. And I was like, I don't want to do it. You can't do it. It's probably Star Wars Battlefront, let's be real.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm like, if I can't.
Let's just call
I'm not going to buy another console.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that is annoying.
It is super annoying.
Totally, I'm with you. Last bit of news that I saw was huge today. Some Google Assistant voice recordings have been leaked.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
It just came out a few hours ago. Yeah, it's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
And even recordings that do not preface with "Okay, Google."
Ooh.
Shouldn't have said that too loud.
Yeah, no. Shh. All the devices.
It's okay. Yeah. I know. I'm not going to show this to my husband.
Nope.
He already is super paranoid about the Google Home devices.
And now that it's leaked.
Yeah, well, so what it's proving is that there are humans listening to the conversations. I always maintain that they're not keeping these
massive
recordings. Yeah. That's just way too much data.
Yeah, it really is.
Anybody
to keep.
For anybody to keep and anybody to really go through either.
True. Yeah,
I mean, who's gonna pour over all of that?
Listen to every.
Yeah. Well, apparently some people are. But yeah, so a few hundred recordings have been leaked or something like that.
It's fine.
Yeah, and Google's in some really hot water. But here's and I think we've talked about this before. This is my kind of justification for I'm just not that concerned about privacy. I don't care. I'm not that interesting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty boring. If you want to listen to me, great.
I'm I love talking to people, and you can be that person that gets to hear me speak. That's fine.
That's great.
Same.
You have fun with that. But like I said, your phones are doing it anyway. It's it's no different than having a speaker in your house. You usually have your phone on you.
They're gonna listen.
It's gonna be the same. There are some options I found in your Google data and privacy settings where you can turn off some of that voice.
And
stuff.
you can even go, and I don't remember how to do it now, but you can even go in and listen. I've done it where you can go listen to the recordings that they have of you, and you can delete it or you can change it.
And you can change how long they're kept for and everything like that.
So you can do that. Yeah.
So anyway, big news today.
Yay, security.
Yay, privacy. Good job, Googs.
Good job, Googs.
All right, well, so let's go on to our main topic.
Yes, pregnancy
tech, which I'm sure you have way more to talk about than I do.
Well, let's get started.
Let's get it going.
Surprisingly, I will say there's very little pregnancy tech.
Sure.
A lot of them are around pre-pregnancy and the apps and getting like your fertility and stuff like that. Yeah. And then a lot when the baby comes. But there were a decent amount that I've used, that I've seen, that seemed interesting.
Yeah.
I was going to do a disclaimer that men, this may be a really boring topic because I'm about to talk about periods and stuff, but it may also be good for you to know.
Right. I mean, you've got maybe wives.
Yeah, soon to be wives.
If you're in a same-sex relationship, maybe have sisters.
Yes, so
moms.
It will be super helpful.
Totally fine. There's women in your life.
It'll be good to know.
Yeah.
So for me, we'll start with pre-pregnancy just to kind of get into the swing of things.
Sure.
There are plenty of tracking apps for your cycle. Plenty of them.
So I was super excited. Garmin Connect.
Yeah, I saw
that. Just added period tracking, and it made me so happy. Because I was using a whole other app, but I didn't like the app very much.
What app were you using?
I was using Clue.
I was using Clue.
Yeah.
That was what I was going to talk about.
Okay, but for me, when I'm not like trying to get pregnant, I'm not like doing any of that. I just want to know when my period is going to be. Like, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
And so Garmin's got that now, and I'm like,
done.
See ya.
See, and I saw that also, and I was super excited, and then I went to set it up, and it was like asking you, like, when was your last period, whatever, and I was like, oh, I probably have to wait. Because I'm not.
Because my last period was like 5 months ago.
So that I was like, dang it, I can't set it up. So I haven't experienced Garmin, so I'm glad you did it.
Sure. Yes.
And I'm glad it's good.
I love it. It's been accurate for the last couple months. And it tells me, like, right in my, Garmin day, it's like, your next period is in 11 days.
Like, thank you.
Like, thanks.
I appreciate
you, Garmin.
So I used Clue, which I think out of all the ones I tried was the best. Yeah. So there's a ton out there.
It was my favorite until Garmin,
and it's one of those, just a little, it's like, when you get to condense what you're using, it's so much better than trying to use a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, so I will probably switch.
Oh, yeah.
But I used it originally because I had the implant in my arm for birth control, which made my periods go crazy. So I could never figure out the cycle until I got on Clue and was able to, and it was pretty accurate, even for like my hormones being crazy.
Right.
And then, so you can turn off fertility, which is what I did until we were ready to try.
Right.
Then I turned it on, and it was actually pretty solid, I'm going to say. Because that's what we used. We just tracked everything that way.
Yeah, and it looked really good for that. Like, I found it after I was done having babies, so I didn't care about that. But it did look really promising on that aspect.
And you can track other things. The only extra thing I tracked was the basal temperature. I don't know what it's called.
I think basal.
Yeah. So you just take your...
Not the herb
Not the
basal.
That's why I was like, wait, that sounds weird. But you take your temperature, they say first thing in the morning, and then when you spike, I think that's when you're fertile.
Sure.
And so you can input it in the app, and there's a bunch of other stuff. I'm currently on a cycle still, I think, technically. That was the only weird part. Is I can't say I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant now, stop.
Yeah, I have
I'm not going to be having a period
Don't put this in your algorithm. Right. You specifically tell it, don't track this cycle, because you can tell it which ones to track and not.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to be pregnant.
Right.
And have it kind of do it all for you.
Until you're not pregnant anymore.
So that was my only real complaints. I did get emails a bunch, which were fine, but I would open my email at work and it's clotting.
Great, thank you.
I'm going to move on from that email. But yeah, that's, I think, pre-pregnancy Clue, now Garmin. Yeah. Very excited for that.
Yeah. And like I said, with the Garmin, I think it's mainly really good for period tracking. Yes. If you want to fertility and all that kind of tracking, I'd probably stick with something like Clue. Yeah. Because, you want a lot more specific information.
Right.
With Garmin, I'm just tell me when my period's going to be.
I just need to know.
And I'm good.
So I can prep. There are other tools that have come out recently that are more for fertility tracking, that's specific for what they do. I've seen a couple bands. There's also the leaf-shaped, I think it was the leaf-shaped fitness tracker. I don't remember what it's called. I should have looked it up, but I forgot about it. But a lot of those are focused specifically on fertility.
Yeah.
So you can use those. For me, though, honestly, I needed basically somewhere to track. Like, here on, here off, done.
Right.
And that was, Clue did a really good job with that.
Well, good.
So...
Okay, what else you got?
Well, now that I am pregnant, there were a few things. I went with the What to Expect When You're Expecting app. I just was a classic.
Well, so when I was pregnant 14 years ago, I had a book.
I got the book. So my doctor...
And every, symptom, I'd have to,
go, open it and be like, what does this mean?
The book was, this big. Yeah.
See, so that's actually pretty funny. Because now the book's, that big. Because our doctor, when we had our first appointment, he, gave us the book. And I was like, oh this is nice. Cool. Ties into what I'm doing and everything.
Yeah.
But that app is really nice. It tracks where you're at. It gives you the classics, the size of your baby.
Oh, fun.
I should look really fast so I can tell everyone.
Yeah,
just real quick.
The size of Emilee's baby is currently...
An eggplant.
An eggplant.
There
are babies... Oh, that's so cute.
Isn't that cute?
See, I didn't have apps like this when I was pregnant.
And it gives you facts. One time it told me that there was a tail, which freaked me out.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
am I giving birth to an alien?
This is weird. That you can change the other thing about the fruit. I'm looking at it as I do it.
Oh yeah, you're good.
You can change it so I can say I want 80s and 90s nostalgia. So it's as big as...
baby is as big as a Zach Morris brick phone.
One of those big old brick phones. I can also do movie and TV props, which is also as big as the shaving cream can from Jurassic Park.
Wow.
So, yep, and it gives you tips and emails. The email this week was about fetal movement and how you track kicks and stuff like that.
Cool.
And then it can tie in with the book where symptoms and stuff. I search for it and is this normal? And so there are again other apps. I tried one, did the same thing. What to expect? It seems better. It's a classic, right? The book's been around forever.
Forever.
And so
is it 14 years ago? I had the book.
And so I just went with that. The other thing that, let me go back to my notes.
Yeah.
This was the funniest thing to me.
Okay.
Is you can buy headphones for your belly.
Oh, cute. Yeah.
Because there's all these studies about if you sing to your baby or if you listen to songs, they'll be able to recognize it and it'll soothe them and stuff. And so you can actually get headphones that plug in and you can play music for your baby. So I was totes and dorms. We joke that we're going to do rock music.
Nice.
And then just YouTube videos of people talking so that the baby can sleep through anything. You can handle that.
Perfect.
We're smart. We're
I
so
love
smart.
it. You know what they should do? They should combine a belly monitor with headphones.
That would actually be really cool.
So that you could also monitor
all the stuff,
heartbeat and kicks and.
Speaking of belly monitors, that would be really great.
Well, I figured that's a thing. I vaguely remember seeing something at CES.
So Owlet actually, it's in beta right now. Owlet, if anybody watches, I signed up for the beta, please. I have a few more months. But it's basically a belly band that tracks heartbeat and kicks and movements and stuff like that. So it'd be really cool. It would also be really cool, Owlet, if you put headphones in there. Because you're right, it would just plug in and could just play music and stuff. So
because they have those headphones that are
the wrappy ones.
Yeah, it's so it's foamy and soft. It doesn't have to be big headphones, but it
stick
can
it on
just be
there. Yeah. So that's really cool with Owlet. Because I know, as a first-time mom, having no idea what's happening. I mean, any pregnancy, I feel you don't know what's happening.
Sure.
But being able to have the heartbeats, being able to have kicks and stuff like that, just to reassure you.
Peace of mind.
Yeah. Which we'll talk about their sock when we get to actual baby tech. But that's
when there's a little baby here
to wear the sock. But that's what a lot of people say is that yes, it's not perfect, but it gives you that extra peace of mind. Right. And then with the belly band, I looked it up. You only do it while you're sleeping for a small amount of time. Yeah. So you don't have to wear it all the time.
Right.
Yeah, super nice.
Yeah, because first-time moms, when your baby sleeps for the first time, through the night, you'll go up to them and
are you still breathing? Are you alive? Or what's up?
You're still there.
Are you still okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm really excited for the sock. I've had a few people who like it, and so.
Yeah.
But baby tech.
Yeah.
So.
And then obviously, I think this was just starting to be a thing when I was pregnant. But the
3D ultrasounds that you can go get.
Yeah, so those are really, really cool. We debated it. We had, hopefully short story, about a month. So we got our first ultrasound when you're supposed to like find out the gender. And they were like, well, we
not completely
don't know what it is. So, and we had to go back because the baby was stubborn. I can say she now.
Yeah.
She was stubborn and in weird positions, so they missed out on a few pictures anyway. So that was nice. We could go back. But I was fully planning on if I can't figure out the gender the second time, we're going to get one of those 3D ones.
We will know.
We will know. But they're also a little creepy.
A little bit creepy, yeah.
Because it's like you get the face
They're like,
stuff. And I'm like, oh, alien.
Like,
that is definitely
that doesn't look very cute.
an alien. And there's a one here in Utah that does it. That you can actually. This seemed so weird to me. It's also probably adorable.
Sure.
You can get a recording of the heartbeats and take it home, and it's like in a heart, and then you can play it.
Okay.
Right? Just a little weird.
It's great.
It's just because, hopefully. There are two options when you get pregnant. You have a very healthy baby.
Sure.
Or you
don't. So I feel like either option, either you're going to have a heartbeat soon that you can listen to yourself.
Right.
Or having that heartbeat is going to depress the crap out of you.
Like that no pun intended, but that would be heartbreaking.
This is a very...
you would just sit there and cry and hold it. Oh my gosh.
Who would want?
That would be terrible.
Someone was trying to sell it to me, oh, you should just go do it anyway. It's super awesome.
Yeah.
Plus, you get their heartbeat, and I'm like, okay,
what?
That's cool. I mean,
Cool.
cool. It may be adorable.
Right.
You
Some
may
people
love that.
might like that. That's totally fine.
That's not amazing.
Different strokes.
Yeah, that's a definitely, and then the alien picture also. But I was gonna find out the gender. That was my last resort. Of we will find out the gender because I'm not going through a whole pregnancy not knowing what the gender is.
No, I agree. We always found out.
Yeah, I don't. They asked, and I was like, yes.
Yes. It's not a question.
So, I can be surprised now, or I can be surprised in 4 months. It's the same level of surprise.
You're like, and now I'm fully prepared to buy things.
Right.
I don't have to just pick
green and
yellow and gray. I can actually pick things. So
that's good. Any other pregnancy tech?
That's kind of most of what I found and most of what I've used. I think that's about all that I had.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's totally fine. Cool. I don't have anything.
You're like, I don't know.
Because thank the Lord, I am not pregnant.
Done.
Dunsies.
Yeah, I'm thinking there were a few other ones, but they seemed boring to me. So I was like, I don't care about you. Those are the cool ones. Yeah.
That's cool.
There you go.
All right. Our next segment, what we're watching.
What we're watching.
I know, we need to find really cool names for these segments.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get there. Season 2.
Season 2.
Stick with us.
We saw Spider-Man last night.
Did you see Spider-Man?
Yes.
I'm so
happy. So, spoiler alert.
Yes.
Because I'm about to break it down.
I'm so
here.
glad because let's do it.
Yeah. The post-credit scene.
Yeah. Wait, the mid-credit or post-credit?
Mid-credit.
Okay. Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Okay, so quick opinion.
Yeah.
It seems
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. They I don't know what words I'm using. I totally just pregnancy brain. They revealed Peter's identity too quick. Personally, what I think.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what that means. I don't know why.
Right.
But when they did it, I was like, oh.
Well, and how is he going to get around everybody hating him for killing Mysterio and wanting to kill half the population or whatever? I know. It's crazy.
Because it's nuts. I did love J. Jonah Jameson. I'm
Yes,
so
that was
glad.
That was perfect.
It was. He is the only one who can play J. Jonah Jameson now. Like, that's...
Right.
Nobody else.
He's got that reporter thing down.
Yes. The anger at Spider-Man.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And I read that they pulled him in super late to keep it
Really?
such a big surprise.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
So that it couldn't leak. It was
and plus, like, the way it was, they could have recorded that, like, totally separate. Like, he could be the only one that knows about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was
because, I mean, they don't have to actually have that on the screen when the actors are reacting.
Yeah, like, they just put something up there and they're like, just be shocked.
Right. It's shocking.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy.
It's nuts. That mid-credit scene is cool.
Yeah. Although, like, one of my favorite parts, for sure, the Edith acronym.
Even though I'm dead.
Even dead. I'm the hero.
Yeah, that's right. I loved that so much. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I love
Tony Stark. I know, yeah, you do love Tony Stark.
Favorite.
He's her Captain America.
He is my Captain America. RDJ.
What are you watching? Did you...
So I watched What to Expect When You're Expecting.
Oh, well.
Well, I watched that too because that's what we're going to talk about.
But other than that, it's just Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
I am halfway through season 2.
Did you make it? I am right at the end of season 1.
Okay.
So right at the find out who the killer is part.
That's so great.
Which is very exciting, even though I know who it is.
You're like,
oh my gosh! I knew this the whole time.
no idea.
Just the way that they build it up and everything like that is so good. And you're just like, when you find out, you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
So Duncan has already kidnapped the baby for me and everything. Like, I'm like solidly halfway through season 2.
That's a good,
I'm getting there.
Good, solid halfway point.
Oh, Veronica Mars, can't wait.
I know, I'm so excited.
Here's the bummer.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm going to St. George that weekend.
We're going to be out of town too.
With my whole family, like my siblings.
So you're like...
So I can't like break away and like bust out some...
I'm watching the show.
Guys,
sorry.
I know I don't get to see you like unless it's every 2 years, but I got some Veronica Mars to watch.
We are coming back, I think, from vacation. So hopefully I will be okay over the weekends.
Yeah.
Like to watch it. I don't remember when we're coming back though. I know it's like in those days somewhere.
We'll be back on like Tuesday.
Oh my goodness, that is a long time.
I know.
Oh my. Good luck.
Thanks. So that segues perfectly into
what to expect when you're
our pop culture book club. We decided on watching What to Expect When You're Expecting because
you know
somebody in this duo is expecting.
Oh, that's where I wonder who it is.
It's not me.
So let's break down a synopsis. Do you want
to
break it down?
A bunch of people are pregnant.
Right. It's in the same vein as like he's just not that into you. Valentine's Day.
New Year's.
Christmas Eve.
There's a bunch of them like that.
Yeah, well, there is a New Year's one. Just where there's like several different storylines. They somewhat
intersect.
Depending on what and who, and maybe just one was a cousin. Right at the end you find out. And
so they're all like sort of connected, but not. They have their kind of own story line and story arc.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are pregnant.
A lot of people are pregnant. The whole movie.
Basically.
It actually was quite like pretty funny because living in Utah County in Utah, you literally are not special at all if you're pregnant.
Right.
Like I forget that because at work because I'm in such a male dominated industry.
Yeah.
There's nobody's pregnant.
Right.
So it's like it is a big deal. And then I go grocery shopping and there's like 20 people. And I'm like, oh, this is what it's like in the real world to well.
So many.
All right.
People.
Yeah, you're not special.
Yeah.
So
it's got Cameron Diaz.
Anna Kendrick.
She's pregnant.
Yep.
Anna Kendrick.
Pregnant.
Elizabeth Banks.
Pregnant.
Jennifer Lopez adopting.
Yes. Dennis
Quaid's wife
is pregnant.
I
don't know. Do you know that actress?
No,
I don't know that actress.
I have no
That's
idea.
fine.
She's great in that role.
She was really good in that role.
I think that's it.
I think that's all that. And then oh my gosh, Fat Amy is a side character.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember.
Rebel.
That's right, Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
Side character.
She's Elizabeth Banks, like,
helper?
Yeah.
Assistant at their store.
At her store.
Chris Rock's in it. He's a dad.
Yes.
Joe DiMaggio is...
That's not how he... That's not his name.
It's a weird, like, Italian-y last name.
Maggiano.
Maggiano,
Like,
yeah.
Magliano, or something like that.
Something
Not
Italian.
too much.
That's a baseball player.
That's weird. I don't know baseball sports. Anyway, he's in it.
Yeah.
I think there's like a couple actors.
There's
that
a ton of like actors throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. So, and they're all pregnant.
Yeah.
That's like the whole. It's really the whole movie.
Yeah, just their stories of them being pregnant and how they're getting ready for their baby.
The funny thing is, I finished it at work during a lunch hour. I was at work, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just finish this really quick." And it got to the birth part, and I almost cried the whole time. Because, like, everyone's giving birth, and it's like, then they get to meet their babies. And I was like, oh my gosh, babies. And I'm like sitting there, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. So that was really fun to have to try and handle.
Well, that is one of our segments. All the feels.
All the feels. The birth.
That's what gave you all the feels.
Which I did not expect at all, because I try to avoid thinking about giving birth because it terrifies me a little bit.
Right.
And so I just did not think it would hit me, and then all of a sudden everyone was giving birth and there were babies, and I was like, this is it's so amazing.
So all the feels for me, again, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, when Anna Kendrick loses her baby.
That was my second one.
Oh, I totally bawled.
It was so
the births didn't get me, but
I'm hormonal, it's okay.
I totally get why it got you. But yeah, when she loses her baby, and when she's talking to her boyfriend, like they kind of break up afterwards, and she's like, "Because I can't stand looking at your face."
Part,
that killed me.
It was so hard, and for me, when I was first trying to get pregnant, everyone was trying to be helpful, and they prepped me for a miscarriage. Right? It's very common for women to miscarry on their first, and so it was really stressful. And they tell you not to be stressed first of all. That's the weirdest thing. They're like,
don't get stressed. You might cause a miscarriage.
But also be worried because it could happen.
That sounds like the worst.
Yeah, it was seriously. So then to like relive that, like that possibility and that story you'd play in your head, that was hard for me too. That was my second all the feels, because it's rough.
I know.
It's super rough.
It is really rough. But they're like, I love Anna Kendrick's character and the boyfriend too.
Yeah, that story was one of my favorites. I really, really liked.
First thoughts. What did you think of the movie?
So at first, I'd never seen it. This was my first time watching it, and it was because I was like, meh. Yeah. Man, I don't care about it.
Right.
And at first I still kind of had that, but then as you get into it and you get to know the characters and the dad group, there's a bunch
so the dad group, we should go into the dad group a little bit.
It's like a bunch of dads who get together with their kids, and the big thing is there's no judgment.
Right.
They get to live without the moms, basically.
Henri.
One mom, the name is Henri. But when they're in the dad group, it's Henry. He's like, I'm not doing it. It's Henry. Yeah. That's what it is. And there's and
you can't tell, you don't talk about what happens in the dad group.
But it's like, they talk about how sometimes the kid, I found a kid in a toilet. Like, they can say that stuff in the dad group because there's no moms around to be, crazy about it.
Yeah.
So, and then
I love the dad group.
Yeah, as I got to know, and as you get to love the characters, as you get into the stories and stuff like that, I really enjoyed it. And then, of course, everybody had babies and I cried.
Right.
So,
So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, my first thoughts, this is the second time I've seen it, but when I first saw it too, I just love those kind of movies anyway.
Yeah.
He's Just Not That Into You is one of my favorite movies. And so I just loved all of the characters, how they intersect and all of that. It's really deep for me. Not deep, but
there's a lot to it.
Yeah, you can because they have those backstories a little bit. It feels,
And it's not super predictable or anything. Yeah. It's oh, I wonder what's going to happen here and with them. So,
And I really also liked that they showed, and obviously they tried with like Anna Kendrick's character miscarrying and Jennifer Lopez. I always want to call her Lawrence. Wrong one. Who can't get pregnant? They showed the different types of ways that you can have a kid or type of things that you go through. Yeah. And then even with the births, they were like, the one, Dennis Quaid's wife, has like the easiest pregnancy ever.
And she's super skinny and just beautiful, wearing like 9-inch heels.
Yeah, and she's
like,
having twins,
time.
and she's smaller than like I am right now. When she like, and that's the point is like the Elizabeth Banks character is struggling a lot.
Well, and so there were like, so Dennis Quaid, this is like his super young wife who's like all gorgeous and whatever. And Dennis Quaid's son is Elizabeth Banks' husband.
So they're like stepdaughter and mom-in-law are having kids at the same time. And Elizabeth Banks' character, they tried forever. Finally pregnant, it's like the worst thing ever.
And she owns a like baby store.
Breast, isn't it like the breast
the breast
choice
or something like that, yeah.
It's crazy.
And she's like, she's written a book about breast milk and everything. Like, it's just all like, thought she knew how pregnancy was going to go.
It was going to be perfect and amazing.
Yeah. And the whole time she's looking for her pregnancy glow. Yeah. And she's like, I don't have a glow. And she's like, and she keeps peeing herself.
That part was super. I just peed myself.
I just peed. A lot. So favorite parts.
Oh, man.
I loved when the stepmom put Dennis Quaid in her place. She's like, wham bam, I will not have this in my family.
Because Dennis Quaid's character is mean to his son a little bit, and so she like full on is like, no,
and
you
she's
go
like
apologize.
Way younger than him, and she's just like laying the smack down, like, I will not have that in my house.
Oh my God, I loved that part. It was funny.
Yeah. Oh, and when she's giving birth, she sneezes.
Oh,
and the baby comes out.
That was I'm a little, like, so I have a friend who just gave birth, and her pregnancy, at the beginning at least, was way worse than my pregnancy was. Yeah. So, like, in that, I'm a little bit in the happy side of the pregnancy, but now that I'm further along, I'm like, who likes pregnancy? Yeah. I'm definitely Elizabeth Banks' character now.
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm like, who enjoys this? This is not easy. This is not. It's the worst. I don't know. I'm like, I tried to think of a favorite part, but it was all so funny to me. I think any time with the dad group. Was just my favorite part.
The dad group was great.
So funny. Yeah. There was one part with Chris Rock. If you have children, I mean, it's fine. It's not like it's swearing or anything. So I was like, cover ears, but you're probably okay. Where he's like talking, they're explaining the dad group to the new dad, Jennifer Lopez's husband, and he's like talking, and he's like, out of the vagina. And I used to not call it that before. But once a baby comes out, it's a vagina. I was like, I laughed so hard at that part because you're like, yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what that is now.
It's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just a vagina.
That was good. And then, so one of my favorite quotes then is Elizabeth Banks. Like, she does this big speech at the end, like, and she's just like, this sucks. Yeah. Like, being pregnant sucks. And she's like talking to her husband. She's like, I love you so much, but I just want to punch you in your face. Like, that's how pregnancy was for me.
So the vagina one's my favorite quote.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Just one. Yeah. One of the other parts that I really loved, just to kind of tie up that part, is so Dennis Quaid and his wife went through the easiest pregnancy in the world. Yeah. And then afterwards, they do kind of clips of like after everyone's born and how it's going. They're having the hardest time with their twins.
Yeah, like, their twins are just like bawling.
And they're just, you can see them just stare at each other.
Exhausted, yeah.
So I liked, it was a little bit of justification.
It was justice.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Anything else about the movie? I love that movie.
I really, like I said, I went into it with a little bit low expectations. Yeah. But now that I've seen it, I really, really like it. Like, I love that movie too. It was awesome. So.
And it's a good time in your life to watch it.
It is a good time. Just, I would have enjoyed less hormonal.
Right.
Less possibility of tears.
What's just amazing? The baby. Why can't I have my baby yet?
Really, it's so I can stop having a big belly.
Yeah, good times. Yeah, good luck with that.
So much fun. Thanks.
Well, that's it for our episode today. See, a little shorter. We've gotten a lot better.
Finger guns.
Yeah, cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying. If you're on iTunes, please drop us a review or comment.
Subscribe.
We promise we won't make fun of you as an Apple user too much.
We'll try. I mean, we'll try.
We'll
it may
try.
slip out.
Yeah.
But we will actually try.
It'll be hard,
Yeah.
but we can do it. But yeah, we're available on YouTube as well if you want to take a look at our pretty faces.
Our beautiful faces.
So great. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.